Alright you guys, it's Brian here, and I just want to do a quick review on the Rem Pod. If you watched my first video at the McIntyre Villa, you'll see some things that kind of happened with the Rem Pod and made me a little curious, so I wanted to do a little research and study it and maybe put some useful information out there. There are a lot of reviews on this out there. A lot of them are misleading, but there's a lot of good ones as well. So I want to kind of cover some of the misleading information about it as well as the correct information, and hopefully you guys can get something useful out of this video that's not already out there. Okay, so when you take this out of the box, okay, I have one of the newer Rem Pods. Okay, it has the 5 LEDs on top. The older ones only have 4. When you take it out of the box, your antenna is not going to be attached to it, so you're going to have to take it off, screw your antenna onto it, and I would screw it down pretty secure, but don't over tighten it because you will break it. Okay, on the top here you also have your temperature LED as well as a temperature probe. This little black deal here, that's going to be your temperature probe. You also see on the top it has your Rem 0 button to zero out your baseline. You'll have your Rem range, which has 5 different settings for 5 different ranges for your level of intensity, and then your temp 0 to zero out your temperature. If you look at the bottom here, you just takes your typical 9-volt battery. This model just has your on and off switch at the bottom, and a lot of the other models have a automatic baseline button on the bottom. This one does not, because it actually has a built-in automatic baseline. So anytime you set this down next to something that conducts electricity, it will automatically take it into consideration and zero the circuit and reset itself, which is an awesome feature. But this one does have a red button underneath it. What that's going to do is turn on your temperature sensor or turn it off. So if you want to use it, hit the red button. It'll turn your temperature gauge on. If you don't want it, hit the red button, turn it off. Okay, so this device comes with a sensitivity post, a programmable EMF field, and temperature detection. This device uses a mini telescopic antenna to radiate its own independent magnetic field around the device itself. Now, it is REM technology, not EMF technology, so it does not function off of electromagnetic energy. So one of the big misconceptions is that the Rem Pod puts off its own EMF field, and that is not the case. It does not put off EMF. One way I can show you that is by giving you an EMF meter. This is on, and as you can see, it's not picking it up. Now the Rem Pod's picking this up because this is breaking the field that it's putting off, but it's not making the EMF meter go off whatsoever. So it is not radiating its own EMF energy. Okay, so it does not function off of electromagnetic energy, but rather capacitance. So it has the ability to store electrical charge, thus creating a field around itself. The field can easily be influenced by materials and objects that conduct electricity, such as ourselves. So you'll notice, like I said, when I turn it on, I'll turn this on. Okay, so now what that's doing right now is your automatic baseline correction. It's resetting itself because I was holding the antenna. It's now resetting itself. So me being a conductor of electricity, I am influencing that. So unlike your EMF, this deal here, which picks up currents, frequencies in the air, this actually, like I said, it's creating a magnetic field around itself, and once I break that magnetic field, I'm pulling that energy away from it. So this is notifying me that, okay, something's pulling the energy away from it. Not putting energy to it, but pulling energy away from it. And based on the proximity of the source, the strength and field distortion, these lights on top of the device will be activated accordingly. So one of the big misconceptions is that the Rem Pod is multi-directional. So if I come in this way, this light's gonna light up. If I come in this way, this light's gonna light up. As you can see, that's not true. It is just the lights just symbolize your level of sensitivity. It's not multi-directional. And it has 5 different levels of sensitivity. So at the beginning I showed you the Rem range button in the middle. What that's going to do is when you first turn it on, it's going to start out level 1, which is going to be your 1 to 2 inch range. So once I break that 1 to 2 inch range, it's going to go off, and then the closer I get, the more intense it's going to get. And that's me touching the antenna. Okay, on level 1. So it's not multi-directional, it's just level of intensity. Okay, so hit the Rem range button. It's going to bump it up to level 2. And the lights on top are going to show you, each time you push that button, an extra light's going to light up and show you what level it's on. 2 lights lit up there, that's going to show level 2. Level 2 is going to be your 2 to 3 inch range. So once I get 2 to 3 inches away from it, and once I break that field, it's going to let me know. And the closer I get, the more intense it's going to get, and you're going to hear it get louder than the first level. So the intensity was a lot higher on that. Hit it again, the 3 lights, it's going to tell me that it's level 3. So your level 3 is going to be 3 to 4 inch. So I haven't even started and it's already picking me up. Again, the intensity is much higher. Level 4 is going to be 4 to 4.5 range. Okay. You can see it's already on level 5 light. I'm not even close to it. I'm probably still 1 to 2 inches from it. Sensitivity is yet higher. And finally your level 5, which is going to be 4.5 to 5 inch range. And I won't even be touching the antenna by the time it puts off its highest level. So you'll see it max out before I even touch the antenna. Just run from the side to give you a better idea. I'm not touching it. Now I'm touching it. So that's just kind of a demonstration I want to do for you guys to kind of show you what the Rem range was and the levels of intensity. I love this device. I love the LEDs on top because myself, our DVR system does not have audio on it. So I love that it gives you the visual, because we are not always in the same room with this to hear it go off. So whoever's behind the camera will be able to see it go off and let us know. So I do love that it has audio and visual. Now this model here, and I'm sure most of them now, include the EMT ATDD, which is your ambient temperature deviation detection. That will detect and alert you when there is a change in ambient temperature. Okay, so if it drops 5 degrees in ambient temperature, a blue LED light will light up on the temperature light that I showed you earlier, and it'll make a lower tone. So again, if it drops 5 degrees or more in ambient temperature, it'll light up blue and give a lower tone. If it rises 5 degrees or more in from ambient temperature, it will light up red along with a higher pitch tone. So again, this gives you not only your audio but your visual. I love that. If you're not close enough to hear it, or say you are close enough to hear it and you know what the difference in the high pitch and low pitch and what each one means, you don't have to sit there and stare at it like most temperatures. You have to stare at a digital readout. Now this does not have a digital readout, unfortunately, but I personally don't like to sit there and stare at a digital readout all night long. So it's not going to give you your exact temperature, but you're gonna know if it's 5-degree increase or 5-degree decrease. And it's gonna give you audio, so you're gonna hear it if you're close enough to it. If you're not close enough to it, it's going to give you your visual. And a good way to remember, for me personally, on your visual is when you look at thermal imaging, the blue represents cold, the red represents hot. So that tells me the blue light means cold, the red light means hot on here. Good way to remember it. Okay, and now what I'll do here real quick is kind of show you the automatic baseline correction. What I'll do is I'll just touch this antenna here and I'll hold it, and it's going to do it automatically correct itself. See how it shut off? So it just automatically corrects itself to the certain environmental conditions that are around it. So I think that's a cool feature. So you can kind of set it down anywhere, and it's going to go crazy at first, but don't freak out. Just allow it to correct itself, and then you'll be good to go from there. Now, from my research, the only two things that I know of so far that will affect this and cause it to go off is two-way radio, so walkie-talkies. I know I said that it doesn't run off EMF frequency, but for some reason the two-way radio will affect it and will cause it to go off. But only when you push the button on the walkie-talkie. So it's not just if you have a walkie-talkie by it, it'll make it go off. You have to actually push the button on the walkie-talkie to make it go off. And the other thing that I found was fluorescent bulbs. So if you watch my video at the McIntyre Villa, we had this set by a fluorescent bulb, and it went off a couple times, but it wasn't real consistent. Now I did kind of do a demo, and I didn't put it on video, but maybe I can do a video if you guys want to see. But it is out there. Other people have done it. It wasn't my idea. But I took a 8-inch plasma ball, which puts off a massive amount of EMF, and you take a energy efficient light bulb, okay, the bulbs that are filled with the gases, and you put it up to the plasma ball. The light bulb will actually light up. So what that's doing is it's causing the gases in the bulb to ignite and light up. And then if I hold that there while it's lit up and I put my hand on the plasma ball, I then pull that energy away from that conduct, because I'm a conduit for electricity, so I'll pull that energy away from that, and it causes the light bulb to shut off because I'm pulling the energy away from that. So the Rem Pod kind of works the similar way, except for it's not EMF. You know, it's just a magnetic field. Once something breaks that plane, it's now pulling energy away from that rather than giving energy to it. So it's just kind of a demo to show how the Rem Pod works. If you're interested in seeing that, you can get on YouTube and find it. I'm sure that's how I found it, or I can do a video and show you guys, however you prefer. But yeah, those are the only two things that I found that affect it so far. And as I said, I'm not an engineer, I'm not a scientist, I didn't develop this thing, and I don't know everything. So if there's something I missed that some of you out there know set this off, please comment below and educate me as well, because I did make this channel to hopefully educate some people as well as get educated. So please comment down below, let me know what else you know of that can set this thing off, and I can even test it and see if there's something I missed. Whatever, you know, just comment down below and let me know. I hope you guys got some useful information out of this. Like I said, I just want to educate and teach. You can like and subscribe below if you choose. If not, doesn't matter to me. It's not why I have it. But if there's another piece of equipment that you would like for me to review, also comment below and let me know, and I will do my research on it and post a video on it. And that's what I did on this. I didn't just buy it and then kind of think I know what's going on and then do this video. I actually researched it and messed with it and then did the review, so I can give you guys the most accurate information that I can. And I would do that with any piece of equipment that you guys would like to know about, because in the end, you know, we have to understand the environment around us and how it affects the equipment that we use in order to really understand what's going on before we can call it a ghost or a spirit, you know. And so yeah, I just want to make sure we do everything right and get the correct information out there to everyone. Hope you guys enjoyed this, and again, if there's another video you'd like to see, just let me know. Peace.